Hello friends, today's topic is growth and development, adolescence, different developmental trends. Adolescence is the period when the first dawn of power is felt by him or her. It is a period of daydreams of adventure. The adolescence emotions are most excitable at this stage. Adolescence has been regarded as a period of rapid change both biologically and psychologically. Although adolescents may face periods of uncertainty, loneliness, self-doubt, anxiety and concern about themselves and their future. Adolescence has been called the period of storms and stress. In this video, you will be oriented to learn physical, emotional, cognitive, social and moral development taking place during adolescence. Adolescence is the period of transition from childhood to the adulthood. It extends from 12 years to the 19 or 20 years of age. The early or the pre-adolescence is called puberty, extends from 12 years to 15 years. It is followed by post-adolescence period which extends from 16 years to 19 years or 20 years of age. Thus, adolescence begins with the onset of puberty, the time when the sexual maturity is reached. Hurlock has classified entire range of adolescence period as follows: pre-adolescence 11 to 13 years of age for girls, and for boys it is 13 to 15 years of age. This is pre-adolescence. Early adolescence is the period between 13 to 15 years for girls and 15 to 70 years for boys. Middle adolescence is between 15 to 19 years for girls and it is from 17 to 90 years for boys. Late adolescence for girls it is 18 to 21 years and for boys it is 19 to 21 years. Physical development in adolescence. Adolescence is a period of rapid growth and dramatic bodily changes. Due to hyperactivity of endocrine gland, there is a sudden change in height and weight. The glands become active and there is increased production of hormones. Arms and heart also grow in length and size. Due to growth in bones and muscles, the adolescents acquire great energy and power. There is change in the appearance. Voice is heavy and high pitched in boys and sweeter in case of girls. The sensory and motor organs assume their development during this period. Psychosexual development in adolescence. Due to biological changes because of the hormonal activity in the body, the adolescent undergo many psychosexual development like beginning of heterosexuality. Heterosexuality continues through life where intimacy with someone with opposite sex is established. Emotional development in adolescence. As the instincts of the child attain maturity, his feelings also undergo a great change. Love is the dominant feeling of the adolescent. Adolescent is prepared for any sacrifice demanded of him for the sake of his friend. The love impulse of the adolescent can easily direct it towards great men, which leads to phenomena of hero worship. Religious consciousness psychologically is nothing but sublimated love which the adolescents praise the most. The adolescence has an immense love for poetry. Also, adolescents have immense love for nature. Adolescence has been called a period of storm and stress, as adolescents undergo mysterious and unpleasant transformation at the arrival of its 13th birthday, which results in turning of mood and slovenly behavior and rebellious nature of the adolescence. Freud has long portrayed adolescence as a period of emotional tumult. Cognitive development in adolescence. Former operational stage is identified with adolescence. At this stage, the adolescents become involved in abstract thought about things and are not bound by their immediate environment. The basis for intellectual functioning is complete by adolescence, but intellectual growth will continue through adulthood. With their new intellectual abilities, the adolescents are able to perceive the past, the present and the future, and to note how the three are interrelated. The development of formal operational provide the ability to reason and construct logic useful for all classes of problem. At former operational stage, adolescents develop the ability of hypothetical, analogical and deductive thinking and reasoning. They have the ability of analogical reasoning also. Another characteristic of this stage is adolescence egocentrism. Adolescence is a period of building castle in the air. It is the birth of days of imagination. In short, during adolescence, capacity to acquire and to utilize knowledge reaches its peak. Intelligence is at its best at adolescence. Intellectual tasks are efficiently handled and sufficient reasoning is provided for problem solving. All kinds of mental abilities are at the maximum at this stage. The adolescent can plan carefully, design and experiment appropriately, observe the result accurately and draw conclusion rightly. Adolescents can concentrate for a longer time, think abstractly and logically, memorize permanently and question curiously. Social development in adolescence. Adolescence is a period of search for identity that will provide a firm basis for adulthood. The pressing question at this stage is, who am I? The conflict defining this stage is identity versus role confusion. Identity refers to the organization of the individual's drives, abilities, belief and history into a consistent image of self. It involves deliberate choices and decisions, particularly about work, values, ideology and commitment to the people and ideas. If adolescents fail to integrate all these aspects and choices, or if they feel unable to choose at all, role confusion threatens. Also, adolescents strive for psychological separation from their parents. Gregarious instincts play an important role in this period. Peer group relationship established according to their sex, interest, abilities and attitudes. In adolescence, self-consciousness increases and adolescent wants to be praised, wants social approval of his mode of behavior and develops leadership qualities and loves social service. Moral development in adolescence. Moral development in adolescence is the development in adolescence in his moral behavior, moral feeling and in moral judgment as he passes from childhood immaturity to adult maturity. It is a transition state from conventional heteronomous morality to the self-selected principle of autonomy, conscious and universal values. Thus, development of morality in adolescence is the process whereby individual adapts standards of right and wrong. Now, let us solve MCQ on this topic. Which period of man's life is known as period of storm and stress? Answer of previous question is B, because adolescence is called as the period of storm and stress as adolescents undergo unpleasant transformation which makes them moody and rebellious.